Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm with Girls International, and we're going to be talking about high school today.
Hi guys, I'm Eliza.
Hey guys, it's Olivia.
So one tip I would give is try to get involved with school. That's one thing I regret doing, is like not getting involved with like either sports or any clubs at the school. So I'd like really encourage getting involved in like even student council, like sports you don't think you're comfortable doing. Just get out there.
One tip I have for incoming grade 9 is to not care so much about what other people think. In 4 years, none of what happened in grade 9 is going to matter, and in 10 years, you're not going to talk to the same people. So, yeah, just don't be too into your head.
One tip I have for newcomers is to really put yourselves out there. I know it may be scary, but you really have to put yourself out there to know what you like and know what you want to do for the rest of the year, who you want to hang out with, and stuff like that. I didn't put myself out as much as I wanted to, and I feel like that really took a toll on me in like grade 10 and 11 because I had to try harder and everything. So if you really put yourself out there, it'll make your life so much easier.
I was really bad with like time management and work, but it's really about doing the work when you've given the assignment. I was always the one to do like work late and like never start it, but to really be successful is to start the work once you get it.
Know when to ask for help. It's okay to go to your teacher after class and ask them to explain something that they've already explained in class if you don't understand it. Or to ask your friends if they understood something that you didn't. Just make sure that you go and ask for the things that you didn't understand at first.
Wow. I don't even know how I passed my classes. I feel like building strong relationship with your peers and your teachers, like speaking up in class when it's the right time to, and just kind of making it seem like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. Like if you're talking about something in class and you kind of know something about it, you can say like, oh, like, isn't it this? And then your teacher will be like,
it's not bad. I actually went through a lot of like group changes and like friend changes throughout the 4 years I was there. And it was all about like finding who you're comfortable with and like finding who like best suits you, and just people who make you comfortable, make you feel happy.
Making friends is easy if you make it easy for yourself. It's not as hard as you think it's gonna be if you just go and talk to the person that you sit next to in a class. Like, no one is really as rude as you think they are, and if you put yourself out there and you put positive vibes out there, then people will most likely send it back to you. Friend groups definitely change, but it's all in how you want to take it. If you want to continue to be negative about it, then no one is going to want to be your friend after that. So if it changes, it changes, but just how life goes.
just start talking to people. If you're not social in high school, you're not going to have the best time. So just talk to like people around you, the person you sit beside in class. Even if you're just walking around, just say hey or just smile at people, and eventually you make more friends. And if you want to do more in high school, like say run for student council or something, talking to as many people as you can really gets you out there. And you get to find more people that maybe you want to identify yourself with or feel like you have more in common with, and you make more friends that way, and you get to, I guess, kind of see who you want to hang around with, who you don't want to hang around with.
Personally, I felt like at Newman there was not many cliques. Like I feel like at a certain point everyone would kind of get together, but there is people that would like stick to like their friends. But every time I see friends, it's always like you have someone that's really smart, you have someone that's part of every team, you have someone that it's just a lot of diversity in each friend group.
It's not as bad as they make it seem in movies and shows. Like at our high school, there were groups of people, but there were also times when it didn't matter. Like you could realistically sit with whoever you wanted to at lunch. You didn't have to sit at a certain table if you didn't want to.
Cliques are so real. Even if people are trying to get together and they're trying to get your grade together, everyone will be segregated from each other. They'll be their own groups, they'll be in their own friend groups, and you'll see that cliques that are usually bigger groups won't last, and they'll have a lot of drama in their groups. So meanwhile, while you're in your little tiny clique with like 2 or 3 people, and you're looking at them from the outside, and you're like, wow, I wish I was like that. Just stick to your own clique. There are cliques. You're gonna be in a clique.
Depending on your teacher, it really depends on like if the teacher gives you a lot of work. There's some that are really lenient and don't give a lot of homework, but they do like have a lot of assignments and things that are weighed a lot more, like essays. Or in English, you don't really get much homework, but the essays, they're hefty.
My workload, I think it was pretty decent. I also did not care that much, and I wish I cared more about my schoolwork than I did, because it actually matters. Like the work habits that you even though grade 9 marks may not matter as much as grade 12 marks, the habits that you develop in grade 9 and 10, even 11, are really important. So building good work habits in younger grades is definitely important.
School workload in grade 9 and 10 wasn't that bad. In grade 9, you feel like it's so much and you're really scared and overwhelmed and everything. But once you get into grade 10, you figure out your work habits, and it gets a lot easier because you know what you're doing already, and it doesn't seem as bad as the previous year. Once grade 11 hits you, you're gonna die. You're gonna think that you're dying. And it sounds like I'm over exaggerating, but that's how grade 11 felt to a lot of people. The more that you procrastinate, the more that you feel like your workload is really big. Even if it's not, it's just because you made it that way. And yeah, grade 11 and 12 is really, the workload is what you make it. So if you're ahead of your classes and if you're staying on track, then you won't feel like the workload is a lot. But if you're falling behind and you're procrastinating, then you're gonna feel like the workload is like really bad.
I didn't go through it personally in high school, but I didn't really see much of it. Obviously, you don't really see bullying like a lot of the times. It could be through cyberbullying, it could be face to face, but I didn't personally see it. Obviously, there's like girls or guys even like talking shit all the time, but I didn't personally see like a lot happening.
Bullying sucks, but I think to an extent it can help grow you as a person. If you've been bullied, then again, it hurts, words hurt, it sucks, but soon it won't matter. You will be better than all those people who were mean to you and rude to you and said all those rude things. So you just have to get through it, but it's definitely real.
Bullying is so real. You could be the most popular person in the school. I'm not saying I was. I'm just saying like if you were, and you'd still get bullied. Even if you feel like you're not really doing anything wrong, people will still pick at you for it. And I guess it's just like jealousy mostly in high school that people will bully you for if they think that you're super smart. Like they'll try and dumb you down in class or be like, hey, you're a nerd, or whatever the case is. I'm not saying in my life like that happened, just like whatever the case is, anyone can get bullied, anyone can bully. It's just up to you of how you want to deal with it.
I'd say like a solid 8, 7, 8.
I would rate my high school experience probably an 8. Like it wasn't as bad as I guess I thought it would be.
I would say from like grade 9 and 10, it'd be like an 11 out of 12, 7.5 out of 10 for grade 12.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below.
So see you guys in the next video.
Everyone's like, oh, I got an 89 in this class.
And you're just like,
Ooh, I don't want to look him up.
First pep rally, I don't know why I tried to shoot that. It just killed me for the rest of the year. But